I remember there was this one day I was using this trick for productivity in school. I start off the day with biology. It's my first class that day, and I remember I was like raising my hand, participating, full of energy, focus, and improved cognition, and testosterone too. I could tell that my voice was deeper when I was using that trick. I move on through the rest of my school day, just that same way, full of energy, testosterone, cognition. And that day, I have a math test, and this test was worth a lot of points. It's supposed to take the whole period. It's like a couple pages, and because of this trick, it only takes me 20 minutes. I rush through the test using this trick, and when I'm done, I have more than half a period left. And I finish off the rest of the day just the same way with high testosterone, higher energy, improved cognition, and just like a sense of lightness, like bouncing almost instead of walking. And this trick too can be used for improving physical performance in exercises and sports. And this isn't really a trick because this is something our ancestors were using on the regular back in time. I recommended this trick to my friends. I told them about this thing. Here's some screenshots of how they liked it. Now, this is this improves your cognition like 20%. It's a crazy difference. If you incorporate it into your daily routine, you are going to see a significant growth in your rate of progress. But I'm gonna warn you, this trick is not something easy. It is fast. You can literally do it tomorrow. But it's not something that's easy to do and everyone can do. Can do it, but not for everyone. It's not. Like, it's kind of hard. So like people don't like doing hard things. So now let me tell you what this magical thing is, which will allow you to get all these things: higher cognition, improved physical performance, higher energy, clearer mind, higher testosterone. This thing is called intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is basically when you don't eat food for at least 16 hours, and once you reach that magical 16-hour mark, your brain, your body goes to using fats for goes to use fats for energy instead of carbohydrates, and this is called ketosis. So basically, this is step-by-step guide to this. Let's say you wake up at 6 a.m. and you go to sleep at 10 p.m. So you have dinner like 9 p.m. Yeah, you finish eating dinner at 9 p.m., okay? So you count 16 hours from 9 p.m. So that will be 1 p.m. So at 1 p.m. the next day, that's when the effects of intermittent fasting will take effect on you if you haven't eaten anything between dinner and that time period. So how you use this for school? Let's say you have a test where you need to like do some work right after school, or like at the end of the school day. So like, let's say you have your test last period. So if you just eat dinner like normal, but you don't eat breakfast the next day and you don't eat school lunch or any type of snacks in between, water is fine. But any like caloric drinks, like don't drink protein shakes or anything like that in between. So at the 16-hour mark, you start slowly feeling that feeling of like elevation. You're gonna start feeling those things. You're gonna be sharper. You're gonna be able to speak better. All those wonderful things. If you want to experience those things a bit faster, you just skip dinner or eat dinner a bit earlier. So let's say you have a test like early in the morning. So let's say you have your quiz at 9 a.m. So that would mean that you have to finish eating by 5 p.m. And with this also, you don't have to just do it for 16 hours, because 16 hours is when you first start to feel it. You start feeling a bit before it, but you mostly start to feel it at that point. You can do it for 17, 18, 19, 20 hours. And in those few hours that you feel that productive mode turned on, that's when you can do those wonderful things. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't it bad for you to not eat that long? Won't you be starving at like the 12-hour mark? Humans used to go for multiple days without food, and you can actually just go simply healthily like 2 weeks without food. I don't know the exact number, but like around that time, like more than a couple days without food. And for this hunger part, yeah, at first like 12-hour mark, you start feeling the hunger build up, but like after some time, you kind of like you still feel it, but it's not the same as if like you're hurt. It's not like painful. It's like you kind of just forget about it. And the thing is, when it's time for your fast to over, sometimes I even don't want to finish my fast because I want to continue feeling fasted. Now, the second cope is, won't it make me lose a lot of weight? Yes and no. Yes, if you do it very regularly, and if you want your goal to be, if your goal is to lose weight, then this is a good thing, because eating nothing is harder than eating less, because with eating less you kind of have to like track it, then you have to like use willpower. But with intermittent fasting, you just have that brain dead mentality of like, just don't eat anything for breakfast and school lunch, and then you can eat all you want from like those hours when you're not fasting. So those at least 8 hours. And it's a lot easier to control yourself in those 8 hours, because unless you binge eat, you probably won't get as much calories in. Now, I want you to actually take action from this video and not be like me. When I first started self-improvement, I didn't take action for months. You have to promise me that you are gonna be fasted tomorrow. So tell your parents right now to now make you breakfast. And if you don't do this, then you've just wasted like what, 10 minutes of your time watching something that's not helping you. I'm telling you, I told this to my friends and it helped them. It helped me, and there's very little reasons for you to not do it. Oh, back to the part about weight. If your goal is to bulk and you're like already lean, then what I do is I only do it once a week max, so I can keep those calories in. I only do it when I have a test, need to do a bunch of work, or like sleep deprived, so I do it to make up the effects of sleep deprivation. You got this, bro. I believe in you. Fast tomorrow.